You really don't need it.
So a couple of months ago, I bought a very costly PC, a monitor, some peripherals, and the funny part about the entire thing is that I didn't pay for anything. My father did. All in hopes of managing, handling, working with footage, being able to execute all my creative ideas in a snap without being constrained by any technical boundaries. Performance in hand was just a pleasure. Why don't we ask the person himself who paid for all this stuff and how does he feel about it?
Well, I would like to do it this, but my concern was that it didn't destroy your study. Otherwise, for me, it's okay. No problem at all. I will love to do it that. Yeah, well, it was good. I see you are happy with that, and that is all what I wanted. Of course, nobody will like this. So I do also because it's not a norm. Well, it is not a very big amount, $1,500. That's all right. When you're living in Switzerland and you're earning good, then it is worth to spend for the good cause. Well, I don't expect that. You don't have to pay me back. If you get success with that, that is all what I wanted. Well, I am very happy the last video you made. It is really a very quality video, and there's a message, and there's a hope as well. And keep continue. I would like to say that.
Now, having all that power is and was extremely good, I'm not gonna lie. Being able to, load up all my apps in a snap and not worry about crashing and stuff like that, it's such a pleasure. Now, having the ability to transfer all my videos and photos and render them out really quickly, execute them and all my ideas, and it's really good, it's really helpful. These are some things which I couldn't do before, and I'll tell you why. No creative person would love to edit on such a thing, which crashes, displays just unavailable. It has a weird pixelated line in between, which I don't know how it got, but like battery life is severely poor, performance is little to nothing, and you can't really do anything. It literally crashes while importing footage, and I get it, it's not built for that stuff. Now the question lies, all this creative tech gear, is it necessary? Well, as human beings, we have a big lust, gear lust to fulfill and to get the next big thing, the next best thing, paying little to no attention to our current needs, requirements, and skills. And sometimes we don't even know that what benefit would it bring to our current creative endeavors. Now, don't get me wrong. I knew what I was investing into. I had an idea. Plus, investing into a very high-end PC comes with its own consequences, especially if you're a creative person. And for me, that was gaming. No matter how focused you are, no matter how disciplined you are, no matter what your goals are, there are always cravings, temptations, there is always resistance. And it's pretty easy to fall into these traps. And sadly, I did too. Like, come on, who wouldn't love to game on 144 hertz, butter smooth frame rate, all the high end gear, to enjoy the sheer power of this PC to run any game I ever wanted. It was just like a dream come true. But sadly, you are neglecting your main purpose to buy that thing, and slowly killing your main goal and falling into this activity of gaming, and all the creative tech gear can't save you from that. Now, I'm not saying that playing games is bad or you shouldn't have any free time activities on your PC apart from productivity work and editing, but it should be balanced, like everything in the universe. Balance. So I've got a weird analogy. Drink a little bit of coffee like 3 times a week, every day morning or stuff like that. It's alright, it's a quick boost. I do it too. And I'm not mad about it. But if you get dependent on your caffeine intake and then you can't go without it a single day, then it's something concerning. I know, weird analogy, but anyways. So I wanted to say that I think for these creative minds, for you and me and everybody else, the more excited you are for a project, a creative endeavor or something like that, the bigger is the project and the more important it is to us, more important to fulfill our dreams in it, the harder it is to actually sit down and do something about it. And this force is called resistance. The only thing that lies between you living your life right now and the life you want to live is resistance. A resistance stands between in our dreams and what we want to create and what we want to become. Are you a writer who never writes? Are you a filmmaker who never films? An entrepreneur who never starts to venture? Then sadly you have fallen victim to resistance. It should really be declared evil, and dreams have died because of it, because one gave up or never started to do the thing he or she always wanted to do. But at the same time, it can be like a blessing because it helps us recognize our biggest problems, the thing we need to figure out and solve ASAP. And I believe that resistance is internal, the force of resistance that drives us to engage with these things and procrastinate comes from within. It's easier to say that I'll do it tomorrow, oh it's late, I'm tired, and stuff like that, when in fact that you were or I was just playing PUBG for the last 4 hours. Resistance can be in the manifestation of alcohol, TV, chocolates, and all the salty food we eat. We subconsciously waste our time in the instant gratification things and the small rewards and neglect our long-term goals and fall victim to resistance. Now, it's not bad having some new gear, a new PC, lens, whatever, new tech gear, or is it the end of us? It's totally not. Of course, new gear will always bring happiness to us, whether it's a new graphics card, a new processor, a lens, a camera, or whatever it is. It was always satisfy a small part of us, which I said that it's careless mostly, but it will certainly never produce any great results or creativity or anything like that. We secretly hope within ourselves that this new piece of equipment will muster all the creativity, motivation, and inspiration from us, and we will produce something mind-blowing, but it never happens. I've been there. Such tech gear or creative tools are borderline just an excuse not to create if it isn't something necessary, or if you just can't take your next step because of it, then it's borderline an excuse not to create. Obviously you do need a camera you do need a lens, but to specifically demand certain things and say I won't create until I get those things, or I'm not good enough just because I don't have those things, is an excuse not to create. I believe there are 3 rules or reasons by which one can justify, or you can invest in any new product or gear that is justified. The first one being that you have the right budget for it, even to buy an expensive thing, because if you buy the expensive thing, you can work on it and gain a lot of experience only if you have a lot of cash lying around and it's burning a hole in your pocket. Second, necessary needs. If it's something that you can't really work without, or it's acting like a big hurdle in your creative endeavors, then surely, yeah, go for it. For me, it was just like a workstation machine. And third, it's, I guess, the skills. You don't want to invest in something really expensive, which you really know little to nothing about, and you don't really know how to handle it. Yeah, surely eventually you will learn how to handle it, but it's not my advice to just start with such products. You'll end up struggling a lot and worrying about a lot of things. I'd like to end this video by saying that it's more important that what's in front and behind the camera than the camera itself. I know it's the analogy of a PC and a camera. I don't know, it doesn't get together, but you got the point, I hope. And all my videos till now, including the one 1 year in Switzerland, the short film I made, and this video, are shot on a very average smartphone. Let me just drive a good shot. And I just can't let not having a camera become a big of an issue or an excuse for me not to create. So keep creating, keep loving what you do, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.